we're seeing a shift, I think, between the long-term return on capital and the long-term cost of labour. Potentially artificial attempts to raise the cost of labour, or at least the historical development of the raising of the cost of labour in Europe, is no longer going to be sustainable in a world capitalism.
Aren't the real problems structural rather than current budgetary techniques? And the one issue that I was surprised didn't come up is education and training, and whether we are still very inadequate in that respect.
I do think obviously there is a problem in that, the terms of trade are turning against the kind of OECD states, because actually Asian states are bidding up as they industrialize the price of food, raw materials, energy. And, in order to sustain one's standard of living in the older industrialized countries, plainly you have to have substantive increases in productivity, which we're not having, in particular in Britain we're not having, for reasons that you put your finger on. I think that and then you get into a question of, skills are, that's a whole other debate we could take an hour over. What skills? What learning? What do we want to go on in people's heads? It isn't just about basic knowledge of mathematics or English or science or IT. It's actually how they are applied, how they connect with humanities. It's a whole way of thinking in a knowledge economy about problem solving, respectfulness, understanding ethics, having emotional intelligence. There's the whole network of skills that's required, I think, for the environment into which we're moving, and in which our education institutions, both actually for, inverted commas, working class people and actually for middle class people at university, are not currently fit for purpose. And and how you get people who've invested lives and have the qualifications as teachers and as professors to kind of migrate from the courses that they currently give to the courses that they need to give to equip our citizens with actually the deep skills they need in the decades ahead, is another damn challenge. Those countries that pull it off, I think, can probably actually carry on enjoying relatively high living standards, notwithstanding globalization and competition from Asia. Those that don't, I think, are in trouble. And this relates to the whole question of job generation. The kind of jobs that are going to be generated for OECD states with per capita incomes of $25,000, $30,000 a head are going to be ones which actually require this much more rounded, layered and complicated network of skills that people are going to have to possess. And we're going to see, to pick up the point that was made by, from Spain, I do think that will create colossal growth of inequalities. And actually, you're right, the growth of populist demagoguery on both right and left.